My cousin Stacy took me to. She was like 22 at the time. I was 14. That was the first club I went to.
I went there many nights when it was
She
a
got
club.
me in there with fake ID, and I already had a thick mustache at 14, so it was easy. I like walked right, and it was Webster Hall.
And this is all in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New York
yeah,
gigs,
yeah.
Hey, Limelight too.
The Limelight.
Oh.
We did. I mean, man.
That
we did-
sound system.
We did a few shows there. We did our
Blue Note,
record
by the way,
release
thank you.
party for Temple of Boom there at the Limelight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
At the Limelight.
At the Limelight.
Oh my God, dude, it was crazy because we had till midnight. Like they gave us the club from, let's just say, 9 p.m. to midnight. That was our release party. It wasn't like we were throwing the club. It was
Right, that's what they did.
right.
Yep.
And so at midnight it transitions into the club, right? So you could stay and party, or you could leave. Whatever, it's on you. But everybody that was from New York knew what happened there, and if you're not into that scene, you leave.
Yep.
We stood because we were party animals back then.
Yeah.
It gets
And
crazy.
The debauchery in the
Yeah.
bathroom, son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was that was another one of the clubs owned by dude.
Yes, Peter Gatien.
Yeah.
That okay, so the thing with Peter Gatien is that like he got accused in the investigation of allowing the drugs to be sold in
He
the
was
bathroom.
the kingpin. 100.
He was trying to say it was going on without his knowledge,
Yeah.
but he was getting a taste.
Yep.
He was
How
wetting
he
his
ran the
beak.
clubs, man.
That was where he was making all his
racket.
money.
Yep, that's everything.
So every drug possible was available to you in the bathroom.
Fact.
Sex,
Or just walking around.
any kind of sex
Yeah.
Yeah.
available
It was on.
in the bathroom.
Homeboy had gums, perfume.
So there was a party going on the floor,
Yeah.
but there was also a party going on in the bathroom.
Bathroom was where it was at.
Yeah, always, because they were unisex bathrooms back then
Yeah.
too.
That was
You
the
know,
first time.
unisex. Always, all those big clubs, Tunnel, Twilo, Sound Factory, all that crap.
What
They're all
was Peter Gatien the promoter or the owner of the club?
Owner slash promoter.
That's him.
But he was the owner.
That's
He
the guy.
owned everything.
Yeah.
Every big club in New York, from
Palladium
yes,
to what we were
Till-
just talking about.
all the way up until he got
Yeah,
busted.
all the
He
way up
owned
until
everything.
the feds came and got him
He owned
because
everything.
he was, and it was the drug dealing
got
in the bathrooms that got him
Who
because he was.
owned Club USA in Times Square?
I don't.
Oh, Club USA.
I don't know.
Remember that?
Damn.
That's the
Yeah.
first. That's the first club I ever went to.
Oh, yeah?
In where it
Yeah.
just to go see Funkmaster Flex.
He actually used to be the resident DJ at the Tunnel on Sunday nights or whatever.
Yep.
And the only good thing about his nights, he did a ton of album release parties. So when you
Yeah.
dropping an album, a hip hop album, 80% of them were dropped at the Tunnel at the.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Big.
Tunnel was the spot.
It was.
What's
And-
crazy is if you had Timbos on,
Yeah.
right? They'd make you take them off
Yeah.
before you went in the club. They wanted to search them, make sure you ain't got no switchblades in
Yep.
there, no weed, no
Too much
nothing.
space to hide stuff.
No little 22 hanging out,
Yeah.
and if you're wearing obviously the boot, a small single shot, double shot 22 will fit in your boot.
Oh, will.
So, and if you're wearing a steel toe boot, you ain't getting in there.
And their biggest thing, like you said before, was they want to make sure you ain't bringing drugs into the club.
Yeah.
You buy them here.
Drugs and razors, because in
Right.
that time,
Yeah.
when the Tunnel was popping, people would get their face sliced.
Oh, bro, hip hop night for sure.
Yeah.
Hip hop nights for sure.
These
Like,
guys called the Decepticons. They were a little gang. They would run up on fools with gold chains and jewelry and whatever. And if you didn't run it, they'd slice your face and take it.
yeah.
And sometimes even if you gave it, if you ran it, they'd slice your face just so that you remember them.
Gave him a $1.50.
Buck
Yeah,
50,
give them the
exactly.
$1.50. Yeah, and so like the security at the Tunnel were on it. I mean, I got I had to take my shoes off many a times because I was wearing Timbos, like not knowing if I had worn sneakers, quick pop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the club, but with the Timbos,
It's a process.
it's a process.
That's that hip hop night. If you go, because remember, the club Tunnel was mainly actually like a rave scene. Like the Tunnel was a big time, like that type of music, that trance.
You know what
music.
always pissed me off about some New York hip hop clubs is
Yeah.
that if you didn't have Timbos and you had sneakers on, they wouldn't let you in. Oh, you got sneakers
Yeah, the
on.
wrong shoes, they wouldn't let you in.
Yeah.
Correct. Because again, it was like
You could have everything else right.
yes, correct.
Right.
But if your sneakers
Because it was one of those things. It was like a gang thing. If you wore certain shoes, they thought you were the wrong profile for the club.
Right.
is what it was.
If you ain't wearing hard bottoms
Exactly.
or some kind of like Timbo boot or something, nah, you
it'd
ain't.
be like you know, somebody here rolling up with like Cortez and knee-high socks. You know what I mean? You know. No, I'm serious. That's what it was.
No, that's true. Like if you
had
roll
those
up into a club
Air Force
anywhere
Ones
in
and
that,
this and
they're
that,
like, nah, this ain't it.
Yup.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant once and they made me take off because I was wearing shorts. They won't let me in.
Yeah.
I had to go change it to some slacks.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta tell you, when I had hair, it was tough sometimes because like I'd be wearing a hat, as I had been known to do from time to time when I had hair, and we go to clubs, and they'd be like, the hat can't come in. You gotta like squash the hat. And then my hair be all like fucked up because I didn't intend on not having a hat on. Yeah, I couldn't get in the club because I wasn't going to discard my hat. Or if I wanted to break myself and say, all right, I'm going to throw this hat in the trash and just walk in, hair fucked up.
Busted fro.
Geminis don't do that. Except for maybe Fred Reck. He'll do that. But like most Geminis, nah, we got to be fresh when we roll in. So like if I couldn't get in with my hat, when I had hair, if I like, my shit is bald now, so I don't care. I'll take the hat off. But back then, when I had a little bit of hair or a lot of bit of hair, I didn't want to break myself. Nah, because you know, the head of hair you have when you have it real long. If you're gonna go into a club, you got to make it ready to go into the club. Like however you're gonna have it, right? For me, it was either boofed out or hanging, right? And if I didn't have that ready and I had a hat on, it looked mad fucked up. And I wasn't going to go in a club looking fucked up.
Yeah.
So, I would walk away sometimes and pissed off. But, those are the rules of the club. I couldn't be so mad at them. It was...
Always bad if you went with too many dudes and one of your good friends can't get in.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you're good, but nope, you're out. You're like, oh, God damn it. Yeah, fuck.
There's
That shit
a
would
problem.
suck.
There's a problem with, dudes like, going up there 10 deep to the club.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah,
Don't
the
even try.
ratio's bad.
Don't
the
even try.
ratio's bad.
Like,
They don't like that.
If you want to get in, you got to go in two groups. Like if you got 10 dudes,
Break it
you
up.
got to take 5 dudes with probably like 4 or 5 chicks and try to get in. And the same thing with the other one because they want to see you with chicks. They want to just let a group of dudes in. They need chicks.
Now
in
they're
there.
gonna let a group of 10 women in.
yes,
Yeah.
in a second.
They will do that
all
in a
day.
second.
all day.
Absolutely.
Or a guy with 10 women.
Right.
Going in there like real pimpish stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
No
4 girls, 1 guy. He's getting in.
No problem. No
well,
problem.
if we did roll too deep, if there was like, let's say 5 guys going somewhere, we knew there was going to be an issue. So 2 things. If we knew the bouncer and we knew we could grease him, it was good. We'd grease him. But if not, you'd find a group of girls on the thing is, hey, we'll buy you drinks, just we're with you. And then you get right in. You were good. Just don't roll 5 unless you're ready to buy a bottle for each dude. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they would do. How many guys you got? 5? 5.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yep,
You got to
5
buy the bottles.
There you go. 5
How many bottles you going to buy?
Yep.
2? All right, cool.
Yep.
Come on in.